Hey guys, Adam here, and welcome to another On the Couch. Today is the 5th episode of Gotham Viper. So, the plot is a new drug is going around Gotham and Bullock, and that gives people increased strength, and so Bullock and Harvey have to stop it from being spread around, otherwise chaos will rain down upon Gotham. Meanwhile, Bruce Wayne is trying to uncover possible corruption within Wayne Enterprises that could or that may or may not be connected to the murder of his parents. Also, Fish Mooney is finally making her moves to cripple Carmine Falcone, and Penguin reveals a little bit about himself to Sal Maroni. And going back to the main plot of this, Viper is Venom. Basically, this is a Bane episode, minus Bane. I don't know how to feel about that. I like this episode for all the other reasons. I really do. This is a very solid episode. But I'll give it this. This show. This is one thing I was curious about in the show when they announced the show. Were they going to go the Nolan route, or would they have and just completely been completely realistic, which to a degree it still is, minus the acting. Or would they have embraced the comic book elements and given superpowers to characters? And I gotta commend them for embracing the superpower element of the Batman comics. I do commend them for that. However, I feel it's too early for that. I really did. I mean, I'm not saying that they should have done like Arrow and waited until season 2 to bring in the superpower element. I would have been perfectly fine if they did it in the second half of that season. I would have been fine with that, but not this early, because this is the beginning of the drug Venom. This is what gives Bane his power, his strength. Okay, is this, and I just felt like it was too early for something that powerful. They could have done something with it. They really could have done something with this, and not just made it like one episode. I feel that's like the big thing. That's like the biggest problem I have with this episode is just they did it too early. They gave us Venom too early. I mean, who knows? I mean, so which means they'll probably introduce it in season 2, I guess. They'll reintroduce it in season 2. Also, definitely one of the weakest parts was Bullock and Gordon and Bullock together anyway. And I mean, their dynamic is still solid. It's still a very solid dynamic. It's just I felt like, I don't know, maybe this could have been one of those things that you didn't need both of them for. It could have just been Gordon and whatever, but I mean, it's their show. It's not Bruce's show, it's their show. Also, Selena calls in one scene again, just one, and it's pointless. It was completely pointless. They just need to leave her alone until they have a story for her. Like in the second episode, she was necessary in the second episode. They brought her in for the third. Really, I mean, you still could have done more with her. Of course, again, Penguin is awesome. I love Penguin in this show. He actually, surprisingly, revealed who he was pretty early. I thought he was going to like keep it hidden for a while, but I'm actually surprised they did this pretty early. It gets predictable, but they did pull off the suspense pretty well as to whether Penguin was going to be okay. I was afraid they were going to do something and give him the give him like some version of the monocle, like maybe do what they did in Arkham City and give him like have a glass bottle like shoved in his eye and they can't take it out or something like that. That would have been cool. I actually would have liked that. I mean, hopefully one day they'll do that. But I really liked now. I mean, granted, we're still gonna know what happens in the end. I mean, if we already know what's gonna happen to each of these characters, but I do like now that because Gordon went over to Sal Maroni's to try and get Penguin out of trouble. Like, Penguin was gonna die if Gordon's story did not match up to Penguin's. And of course, we all knew it was gonna match up. Gordon was gonna tell the truth. Gordon's a good cop. But now it looks like Sal Maroni has him under his thumb. He has him under his thumb. Gordon's really gonna have no choice at this point. He really is. I mean, he's really gonna have no choice at this point but to do what Maroni says until later on, until he can find something to get him out of it. But I do like that. I do like that. Penguin is still working for Maroni as well, still. Maroni does see an ally in him, even though Penguin is... Sorry, I had another video processing. Anyway, Penguin is still working for Sal Maroni. Sal Maroni sees an ally in him, even though Penguin is fucking with him. Penguin is playing him, but I feel like Penguin knew the risks of him telling Maroni the truth. But I do like that. I really do like he was willing to risk that. Penguin is a mastermind. Penguin knows the risks of some of the things he's gonna do. So I did like that. I really liked that stuff. Whenever Penguin's on screen, it's a lot of fun for this show. It really is. But definitely the highlight of this episode is the Bruce Wayne plot of this episode. It is. I mean, like, it connects to everything, but Bruce is definitely feeling less like, oh, I'm going to be a detective because the comics say so, and more like, I'm trying to make things right. That's what I feel like with this character is they have found a way. They realized during the writing after a couple of episodes, they were like, oh god, guys, we're kind of pushing the whole Bruce becoming Batman thing a little bit too much. Let's pull it back a bit and make it just a kid trying to make things right. And they did it very well in this. This is definitely a Bruce Wayne episode. This is a Bruce Wayne episode. And it works very well here. And one thing I really like is indeed the element or the dynamic between Bruce and Alfred is better in this episode. Because you got Alfred who wants Bruce to stop. Not because he's hiding anything, but he feels like it's not healthy for him. He feels like Bruce needs to let go, let his parents rest, and just live a normal life. I mean, that's one thing they definitely do in the comics is Alfred has been trying to raise him, and he doesn't really know how to raise him as a parent, just as a guardian. That's it. Sorry, I just realized I got a cut on my elbow. But anyway, sorry. But Alfred always considered that a failure on his part because he felt like had he been more of a father than a faithful servant, he might have been able to kept Bruce from becoming Batman, but he realizes Batman was necessary. And Alfred here realizes, look, I mean, and in the end, as Bruce is going through all these files, like the entire living room is covered in files, and Bruce is just going through it. He's trying to find irregularities. He's trying to find who all is corrupt, who can't be trusted, and Alfred walks in and starts doing the same thing, and Bruce just gives a smile. He realizes, like, he realizes it's nice to have someone help him out. Also, actor playing Bruce, top notch, man. Like, I mean, one thing I've noticed lately is his performance is very much like Michael Keaton's in the Tim Burton Batmans, when he's trying to solve a case, he's going through files and whatnot. He's very absent-minded about a lot of things. He's focused on one thing and he's not in nothing else. He's like, huh? Oh yeah, Alfred, sure, thanks, appreciate it. And he's just not paying attention. He doesn't realize something until he. Like in Batman Returns, he's just going through a file or something, like, I can't remember, it's been a while. It's been like maybe 6 months since I watched Batman Returns, maybe. Alfred comes in with this suit. He sets it down on the side. Alfred's like, "So I have your dinner." And it's like, "Oh, thanks, Alfred, I appreciate it." And then he picks up the spoon, eats it, and goes, "Alfred, it's cold." And I don't remember the name of the suit, but Alfred's just like, "It's supposed to be cold, sir." It's like, "Oh, okay." And just continues eating the soup. The same thing here. I mean, nothing like that happened. Like, he doesn't, like, nothing exactly comical, but Bruce is just like, yeah, Alfred, go, yeah, sure, Alfred, I'll have some breakfast and whatnot. Like, Bruce is focused, and I really like that. I really like that about this character. It does feel less like they're taking. It feels more like this is an origin of Tim Burton's Batman more than it is Christopher Nolan's Batman, and I actually do like that. I mean, again, I love the Nolan movies, or at least the first two. I like the third one, but I love the first two. But I love the Tim Burton ones more for many reasons. But yeah, it's here is a kid who is not basing his performance on Christian Bale, but Michael Keaton, who I consider the greatest Batman, live-action Batman ever. Okay? To me, he is the greatest live-action Batman. And you got this kid doing that performance pretty much like Michael Keaton does as Bruce Wayne, which makes me kind of, I mean, granted, I know we're not going to see Batman full on. We're not going to see multiple episodes where Bruce becomes Batman, because that's not the story. It's his journey to Batman. But I do hope, like, we see elements of him as Batman, like elements of Michael Keaton, splashes of Michael Keaton as Batman in this performance when he gets older, if he continues playing Bruce Wayne. But who knows? Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know. But another thing I really like about this episode is indeed the conspiracy, and it is connected to the case of the week, which is the Viper thing. There's a subdivision of there's a sub company connected to Wayne Enterprises that help distribute the drug. Like, the main villain of this is a biochemist who like, the company said, oh, he was just there to make shampoo and whatnot, just really simple stuff, but he felt like he wanted to do more. Turns out he did more. He made weapons. He made chemical weapons, pharmaceutical weapons for these guys, and he was brilliant at it, but he realized the the moral problems with making these things. So he thought, fuck it, I'm gonna go insane, try and cut my ear off, and just give this shit away so I can destroy the Wayne Enterprises, make them pay. And again, that's something I'm really going to look forward to in this season. Is Wayne Enterprises is the other possible big bad of this season. Not Fish Mooney, not Carmine Falcone, not Sal Maroni, not Penguin. Wayne Enterprises. That's something I like. That's something that I don't think was ever really touched upon. Even in Batman Begins, like, yeah, they had like greedy corporate managers, but they weren't corrupt. They weren't. They did shady things like weapons and whatnot, like the water vaporizer thing in Batman Begins. That was the main evil device. They did that. They did shady dealings with weapons, but nothing that could have linked them to the murder of Thomas and Martha Wayne. And the possibility that they are connected to this, that they might have been working with Fish Mooney to murder the Waynes is real. I like that. I really do. Fish Mooney's storyline was she just basically makes her move. She trains the other girl, although I kind of wish they had like given it like maybe another episode or two to train her, but like her training goes into one episode before she decides to become Falcone's girl, and apparently has a thing for his mom. I don't know, like that's let's keep Carmine Falcone from going insane, okay? Let's not put any sort of things like that in there. And besides, I don't want any more incest in my TV shows, all right? I got that shit from True Detective. I don't need none of that shit again. Okay? Ugh. Spoilers, by the way. It's an awesome show. Anyway, also, again, like I said, the humor's really good. I got my new favorite TV line from this show. Gordon and Bullock like tracked down this guy who knew the main suspect. Turns out that guy had a vial of Viper, and he drinks it, and they fight him. He gets shot, and then he goes on this philosophical rant about blah blah blah, evil corporations, blah blah blah, altruism, blah blah blah. And as he's dying, Gordon's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" I was like, "What are you talking about? Tell me." And Bullock just goes, "What's altruism?" First off, I am an altruist, but I'm not going to go into that. And then Gordon just looks at Bullock going, "It's charity." I'm thinking, yeah, Bullock would ask something like that because he doesn't believe in that. He doesn't believe in doing the right and doing something for just for the sake of doing something right. He just believes in being an asshole. And so yeah, Gordon would just look at him and was like, "Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking kidding me? You don't know what altruism means? What the hell?" And I like that. I thought that was fucking hilarious. It was funny. I mean, hell, you know what? Objectivists would probably find that humorous for a different reason. But I found it humorous just because it's something Bullock would say. Bullock would say that. I would ask that. He would ask, like, of all the things he would ask, he would just ask, "What's altruism?" Because I don't know what that word means. I find that very funny. I really do. I can't think of anything else. like I said, this was a solid episode. The only thing that kind of hurt it just a little bit for me was indeed introducing Venom too early, or at least the superpowers too early. I feel like that could have waited in the second half of this season. They could have waited for that. Other than that, really solid episode. I enjoyed it a lot. So final score, I give Gotham episode 5 Viper a 7 out of 10. I did enjoy it. I thought the corporate conspiracy was really good. Bruce's story was good. Gordon Bullock's, despite some points, was weak. Fish Mooney's was weak because I felt like they could have stretched the training a little bit more. Of course, Penguin's a lot of fun. Also, one other thing I forgot to mention. Riddler again didn't do the whole I was like, guess what I got kind of thing. The whole I like to ask people what this is because I want them to guess and whatnot. He didn't do it again this time, so I'm glad about that. But at this point, it's gonna be a coin toss for Riddler, or for Enigma, which is like, is he gonna do it? Is he not gonna do it? You're gonna kind of guess, is he going to start doing the whole riddle thing, or is he going to start actually saying what this is, because that's what he's supposed to do. I like that. I really do like that. For now, Enigma's gonna be just straight up, here is what I found. And not be annoying about it. Other than that, I still liked it. Again, there are things they can fix, but it is finding its footing. It's still early in the season. Don't write it off yet. So other than that, yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new Flash review and a new Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. review. Until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.